So, Rithik, tell something about how was your life before joining BurnCal? Like your fitness, about your definitely how you were doing health-wise, your fitness, and what you were doing in the like. Tell us everything
Right.
about. Uh, yes.
Uh, First of all, I think I started with BurnCal in August. So before that, one of the main things with me with regards to my fitness journey was that I was super inconsistent. Uh, I would work out and I would try to eat right, but it wasn't consistent and it was all over the place. So very irregular, trying to find time. So there's no fixed time for when to work out and sometimes not even eating on time and stuff like that. So it's super inconsistent to put it in one word.
Mm.
And if I can come to how it's changed or shaped after joining BurnCal is that, one of the biggest changes I've seen so far is that like I've become super consistent in terms of my diet and my workouts and that's like helped me shape everything else that I do around that
Mm.
and it's become very central
Okay.
to my daily routine.
Okay. Okay. Great. Hmm. So, yeah, go ahead. You were telling something.
No, that's about it. Just the change in consistency. So before wasn't that consistent, and now it's become super consistent.
Okay, great. So, how did you get to know about us?
My brother, I
Okay.
think he knows Chetan and the team.
Okay.
So I think even he had started working out, and he'd started with working under Mahesh,
Hmm.
and that's when like he introduced me. He's like, you can also start working out with them.
Oh, great. So, is he also working, like working out with BurnCal?
Yeah, he is, but
Okay.
I'm not sure, how consistent he is. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Oh, so that's how you got to know about us. Your brother introduced you. Okay,
yeah,
right. So, when your brother introduced you to BurnCal, maybe you also have like come across numerous other fitness platforms when you
right.
were looking out for something really to get fit and being healthy. So, like, what actually intrigued you to join us?
Right, right. A couple of things. See, one was that I checked out the coaches and stuff, and I checked out the founding team. Uh, so that gave me some confidence that yeah, okay, whatever these guys are doing, seems to be a good option that I can take.
Right.
And yeah, and I was also looking for a good coach that I can work under personally and get some assistance. So the idea for me mainly, even taking, like having a coach and not just working out on my own or looking after my own diet and stuff was just I needed some assistance and given the background that the folks at BurnCal had, um, it looked like a good option to me and compared to like other places I just uh, checked it out given the basis that like a couple of people have told me that it's good and checked the credentials out, so the credentials actually worked out well, so that was the main boost of confidence
Okay.
to
So,
join.
credentials as in like maybe that the personalization factor, as you said, that you were looking for a personal trainer or a coach.
True.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
okay, right. Anything else which you would like to highlight? Like what has actually intrigued you to be with us? Apart from the
The, yeah,
personalization
so
factor, I
one,
mean.
one thing I like was the fact that it wasn't just about the workouts. So even with the initial questionnaire that was sent out before joining, so what your diet is like, what they did an entire screening and profile check
Hmm.
uh, of my lifestyle, and not just one aspect being the workout.
Yes.
So in that regards, that was something that intrigued me, and that was something that was definitely a pro in terms of comparing it with other apps, or other
Right.
companies or whatever. So
Hmm.
in that sense, that was definitely a big plus, that it's just not about your workouts, but also the lifestyle, the diets, and the other
Right.
stuff that goes along with that.
Okay. So it appeared as a what to say, comprehensive fitness solution for you.
Yes, it was definitely much more holistic
Okay.
compared to other options.
Okay. Right. Right. So, Rithik, going ahead, like, how is your experience with our team? Maybe the coaches, the coach whom you are assigned to. So, how you are getting assistance and how it has brought a change in your life, like, may it be in the field of workouts or may it be diet or maybe overall, you can
Right.
discuss. Yeah.
So I have been assigned to coach Mahesh,
Yeah.
and I mean I pretty much love the guy. He's been a great coach. So with regards to how I keep in check with him, it's almost on a day-to-day basis that he checks in on me, how I'm working out, and what I'm eating, and how are things going on with me, and if I'm sticking to the plan or if I'm deviating, and if even if I'm deviating, okay, what are the reasons for that, and how can we uh, you know go towards the goal that's set. So in terms of goal planning and in terms of the atmosphere building, uh, working towards the goal, it has been great working with Mahesh. That's whom I interact with almost on a day-to-day basis. So in terms of how the journey has been, it has gone from him understanding where I stand currently, and then initially he got a good understanding of how much knowledge I have, firstly, in terms of my workouts, in terms of how I'm eating, and in terms of what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis when I work out and whatnot. So he created a plan, taking into consideration all those things, and it has been a very smooth journey. Like the biggest thing that I have enjoyed so far is that it's been very gradual. Like in terms of uh, how my workouts have been, for instance,
Hmm.
it's grown very gradually from going on a very basic level, because I had some hesitancy with how my form is going to be. Will I
Right.
be able to work out correctly if we move to advanced training and stuff? But
Hmm.
it's actually been pretty seamless. I was a little hesitant, given that he's not over here physically. So will that be a challenge? But given that we've done back and forth through videos and stuff, it has actually been all right so far. And then the other big plus has been in terms of the diet. In so he's actually created my diet plan such that it's more or less the same as what I would follow on a regular basis,
Okay, it's
otherwise as well.
easy for you to stick around.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
very easy for me to stick around and follow that diet. So
right,
there's
right.
nothing fancy which I wasn't
Hmm.
looking for as well. So
Right. So
so
you're a vegetarian, right?
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah. So like he keeps that also in mind and he has to like
Yeah.
your health goal is like to build stamina and to build strength. So
Yes. Yes.
yeah. So that keeping that in mind, he helps you to plan your diet.
Yep. 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 It's
Okay.
all around that.
Okay, okay. So, what are the changes or like transformation you have observed or you noticed in your like health, or maybe it can be physical or mentally overall?
Right.
What are transformation you've observed like since you have joined BurnCal, since the time you have joined BurnCal?
Right. Right. So I I mean, I'm not exaggerating over here just because we're doing the interview, but I have actually seen great results. So
Mm.
first of all, like, given that I was super inconsistent with my diet and not following a very healthy diet, uh, it has helped me, in terms of following. And so this is the most consistent. The last 2 months have been the most consistent I've been in terms of following a healthy diet in probably a long time, and that has helped me see massive results. Like, for example, I have to talk about things like, acne.
Mm.
I have actually seen great results in, having much less acne development on my face. And I usually used to have a lot of issues with mouth ulcers as well.
Okay.
And just following a very, healthy diet
Mm.
has, it's packed with fruits. It's packed with green veggies and whatnot. uh, so based on all that, like I've seen results like, reduce, acne and ulcers, and just feeling good, like
Yeah.
physically you feel active, like
Mm.
you feel like, okay, you're sitting down, and if you, even if you're looking to work on some task,
Mm.
you just feel more involved. So
So
yeah,
the
like
attention or the focus part has, like, you have
definitely, yeah,
concentration. You have built in more
yes,
concentration now.
yes, that way it's, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I've actually seen those results, and yeah, luckily, touchwood, it's been great on that front.
Yeah. So it's always like that, that when we are physically fit, then like we feel good from within, and that actually brings a lot of difference in our lives.
True, true,
Yeah.
true.
So like I would like you to highlight a bit on like how it has changed in terms of diet, in terms of workout, a little bit in detail. Like earlier, as you said, that you were not that much consistent with your meals, or maybe you were not including nutrient-packed food items in your meals regularly, and now
Right.
you have been doing. So if you could highlight some of the things, or maybe in the front of workouts, like earlier, how you were, whether you were working out like maybe 3 days a week or 2 days a week, and now how it has changed after joining BurnCal. So that will be that. Like, I'm excited to know about how it has transformed.
Okay, okay. Uh, so first off, with the diet, right? My knowledge about nutrition was very bad. Okay. And so couple of things have happened since, joining. One is I've been forced to have a better understanding of what I'm eating. So
Okay.
I'm more aware, firstly, of whatever I'm consuming on a day-to-day basis. Previously, it wasn't such. I would just eat whenever, whatever I felt like, and I healthy would just mean like, okay, eating home food for starters, and but there are a lot of things even with that can be super unhealthy, right? But like you're not usually very aware and conscious of what you're consuming and what your intake is like.
Right.
So firstly, in terms of just being more aware,
Mm.
it's been a big step of what I'm consuming, and I have, I've developed more knowledge about nutrition in the process because I've been challenged to do so because I have certain goals in place. So that was the first step, the goal setting. So once you have goals in place, now you have to create an atmosphere where you're, you know, going towards your goal. And that
Right.
atmosphere was very important, building that atmosphere. And in that sense, so I think when the nutrition plan was set, right, it it had things like veggies, it had things like fruits. So firstly, Mahesh, like he asked me what I am consuming on a day-to-day basis. And then just he just tweaked a few things here and there, saying that okay, these are the things from your existing diet which you can continue, and these are the things which you can add on and maybe change and stuff like that.
Okay.
So maybe having things like yogurt, oats,
Mm.
uh, and poha, idli, like just tweaking it here and there. So just very basic and simple uh, diet. And then for lunch and dinner, like it's high in pulses,
Yes.
lentils,
So
and
protein rich food.
protein rich food. And then the fiber intake is there with your fruits,
Yes.
couple to 2 to 3 meals, uh,
Mm.
2 to 3 bowls every day, and then the salads. So that way, it's just made me more aware, and then I've been super consistent. Previously, I would just order junk food whenever the craving was there, but right now the goal setting is there in place. So, I'm more driven to not really go after junk food, for example,
Right.
because there are two things. One is, this is an investment as well. Like, I'm not the only one involved. I have taken assistance, I've taken help as well, and even they're going to be motivated to help me
Mm.
reach those goals if I have that drive, right? And in that sense, I am just looking to not go after anything like that, because there's accountability in place as well,
Mm.
where I am accountable to myself first, and there are other people also involved now, because previously you could cheat, like there's nobody else, you're the only one
Yeah,
who's
no one's
working on.
watching me. So no one's watching me. That factor was there.
Yeah. So a little bit, like, okay, yeah, little embarrassing to say, like, okay, maybe you didn't eat right on a particular day, and you didn't maybe hit the targets for workout and stuff. So like that embarrassment also, like can be a driving force at times. Uh,
Mm.
not too much of it, but yeah, just a little bit, like keeps
Yes,
you
yes, yes.
in check.
Motivated.
So, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. And in terms of workouts, like one more question. Like you said now that earlier you were more driven to outside food or junk food. So how often you used to eat out? Like 2 days
uh,
or maybe 3 days? How many days?
yeah, it would be 2 to 3 days at least in the week. Uh,
Okay. And now
Now it's almost
you're
like
not
zero.
having it outside. Okay.
No, even if I order, like it'll just be, like there's times when food is not there at home, so it's just gonna be healthy stuff. Maybe I'll order a
Yeah.
fruit bowl, and I'll order
Yes.
some protein bar if I can't do anything else.
Hmm.
So there are alternatives I'm going to, and not relying on junk food. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So now
so
you're making more healthy
that's been a good
choices.
change. Much more conscious about making healthy choices.
Great, great. Very happy to know that. And in the terms of like workouts, like how that has changed.
Right. So with workouts, I've gone to a much more advanced level now in the last 1 month. So previously, for me, I have worked out here and there,
Hmm.
but I wasn't super consistent. One, and the other thing was, whenever I used to work out, like I wouldn't see progress, right?
Hmm.
Because I wouldn't have a lot of assistance in terms of, okay, what should I do next? I would have a basic understanding of what I should be working out,
Hmm.
and what are the things I can do, but I never had a much more in-depth knowledge of how to go about uh, things at a very higher level, and just take it to the next level basically. So in that regard, right now, I mean, still in process
Hmm.
of going, but going to a much more advanced training, but the base has been set. And in
Yes.
terms of the workouts, one thing is that I have been able to feel much more stronger, given how I'm eating, and how I've progressed with my workouts,
Right.
which I had never done previously. Like, even maybe like the times when I used to work out before, if I had to advance uh,
Hmm.
my strength training, it would take a
Hmm.
lot of effort for me,
Right.
because for example, the diet wasn't in place. Diet was definitely a big factor. So whatever I'm doing with my diet, the results are carrying into my workouts as well. So I've been able to switch gears much more
Hmm.
efficiently and much more quickly as well. So moving to like higher weight training as well has been much more easier for me than it had ever been. So in that sense, just switching gears has been much more efficient and easy.
So what are workouts you enjoy doing now? Like presently, what are things you enjoy doing, like workouts?
I am enjoying doing chest press
Okay.
and just few exercises like that which are heavy on strength. But one of the things I love doing is running. Uh, yeah, so I mean, as part of my workouts, like Mahesh knows that I like running, so he's incorporated that as well, like a couple of days of running, short distance and long distance. So that's one thing I really enjoy doing. So I would say running and then just doing a few strength
Strength training
exercises.
exercises you're
Yes.
doing. Okay.
So
And
those
previous,
couple of things.
okay. And previously, like before joining BurnCal, as you said that you were not having much idea about the like advanced level of training or strength training or workouts. So what kind of physical activity you were indulging in, like before joining BurnCal?
Right. So there would be basic uh, workouts firstly, and then aside from that, it'll
Cardio.
just be no at gym,
Okay.
at the gym,
Okay, at the gym.
and yeah. So it'll be basic workouts, like just you're mostly to do with dumbbells, just dumbbell
Okay.
exercises and body weight exercises,
Okay.
which I would do at home or if I'm using weights at the gym.
Hmm.
But it had never progressed beyond that. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
so like moving to more barbell based exercises as well
Right.
was never something that I'd incorporated.
Hmm.
Uh, and just like I never had I would say I never had like intense workouts to that level which I am having
Okay.
now, like the kind of intense workouts I do now
Hmm.
uh, was never there before. It just used to be like maybe 40 minutes of just like simple basic
Hmm.
workouts, and that was also like just 2 to 3 days in the week.
So it
So
has become more targeted now.
it's become highly targeted right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, what as per you are essential to achieve one's fitness goals? Like as you're telling that you are moving on in your journey and the pace is set already. So,
Yes.
how, as per you, what are things are essential to achieve one's fitness goals?
I would say drive is the most important thing.
Okay.
Not even inspiration, not even motivation, because those things are good for the first few days when you're working
Right.
out and you've got the initial burst of motivation.
Right.
But excuse me. But
Okay.
beyond that, it's all about the drive. It needs to come from within, and you need to be self-driven. Uh, because at the end of the day, like you're gonna have days where you're just gonna feel like, okay, I don't want to work out today. For whatever reason, you just want to have a chill day. You want to go out. You want to do something
Right.
else.
Hmm.
Just
You
a
can
second.
have some, yeah, yeah, please have some water.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, the drive factor, at least for me, is the most important thing. That you need to have certain reasons why you're working out. That vision needs to be clear.
Right.
And once that vision is in place, you just need to go after it. For me, like there are like 2 to 3 things. One is that like if you're not in good shape, you're gonna have a lot of health issues, right? Like going down. I've seen it in my family. Like obesity is something that's very common, and that
Hmm.
can lead to a lot of health issues.
Right.
Diabetes is something that's hereditary in my family,
Okay.
and just these things keep me in check. And like I love to travel, I love to trek,
Okay.
and I know for doing those things you need to be in shape. So
Right.
for those reasons, I think that vision is important, and then that thing is going to bring the drive, which is important.
Right. So the
Hey, I'll just get some water and come. Yeah, just give
please,
me a
please,
second.
please go ahead. Yeah, sure.
Hey,
Yeah, hi. So, comfortable now?
sorry.
Comfortable now?
Yeah, yeah, doing
Huh,
that.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So, great to know that you have, like, as you said, that you have found out your own purpose. Like, we should be self-driven, or rather, like, we should have a clarity of vision. Like, a focus on our goal, and that would help definitely to reach one's fitness goals. So, what's your fitness mantra, Rithik? Like, if we want to put it in words, then what's your fitness mantra?
Mm, my fitness mantra is, just, you know, even on the days you don't feel like working out or eating right, just do
Hmm,
it. It's just as simple as that, and it might sound very cliche, but being disciplined is the most important thing. And
right.
I was never someone who was very disciplined, but just being disciplined, I have seen the results, and
Hmm.
that itself has become a drive that if once you're disciplined and you see those results, you want to be that much more disciplined. uh,
So, you mean to say
and
discipline and
it's
consistency?
discipline and consistency
Like,
are
as you have to
definitely
continue,
very, very
keep
big.
doing it. Okay. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, please. Sorry to interrupt you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Yeah, just that you've summarized it absolutely correctly. It's about being consistent, and it's about being disciplined, and just showing up every day and
Hmm.
doing what you've already planned for yourself.
Hmm. So whenever we feel lazy or demotivated, आज तो नहीं करना है workout, or maybe you're planning for a cheat meal. So like we have to
Yep,
like keep that urge aside and just focus and think about our goal. That is your fitness mantra, right?
yep, 100%. You've summarized it correctly.
Yeah. So Rithik, what you like the most about us? Like you have
I
been associated with us for a few months now.
Yeah.
So what you like most about us?
So I like the approach that you guys are taking. One, it's people driven from what I can see, and that it's not just about having a transaction, right? Like the at least what I've seen, you know, so far it's been great in that sense where you're uh, concerned about the results as well because it's a result like that's being developed in partnership to a certain extent. The goal has been developed in partnership in a certain way. So in that sense, I've liked the approach that you guys have taken, where you know, there's consistent follow up. There's like you're checking in with regards to the progress. There's customization. If on certain days, some things can't be done as per the plan, and if there's
Yeah.
any deviation.
So
So in terms of the
alternatives are available.
customization, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So in terms of the customization, in terms of the personal touch, and in terms of just how the general approach is, uh, I've enjoyed that experience where it's just like you're just chatting with a friend, and developing a plan in that sense.
Hmm.
So I've liked that bit.
Okay. So that has helped you to make fitness like as a part of your lifestyle, right?
Yes, you can say that. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's been a pushing factor.
Hmm.
Uh, where I mean, definitely, if I wouldn't have joined with BurnCal, like my fitness journey would, it wouldn't have kickstarted in the way it has, and probably I would still, be a little bit inconsistent, and my journey, like just being consistent, disciplined, wouldn't have uh, been this way. It would have probably still taken some more time.
Right.
So so that assistance has definitely been a very big boost.
Great. So I'm very like super happy to have you on our platform and get to know about your transformation journey. So it was great talking to you, Rithik.
Hey, likewise, likewise.
Anything else you would like to share?
No, I think we've covered pretty much
Oh,
everything.
yeah. So, like, thank you very much, and looking forward to a great and a long association with you.
Thank you. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Need
yeah.
to see how it goes further. It's
Thank
nice
you.
chatting with you. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.